An Unconventional Threesome is a comedy podcast hosted by three rude, crude, and tattooed dudes. We tell you this so you can shield your children's eyes and cover their ears. If you don't, we are not responsible for the fun and exciting new words that they start using. Enjoy!
Welcome to the show, yeah, it's a blast. Turn the volume up, we got to laugh. Every joke's a hit, you'll have a fit. Sit back, relax, let's start this bit. Tuned in live from the internet's heart, where every word is a work of art. Comedy gold, it never gets old. Jump aboard, let the fun unfold.
Welcome to An Unconventional Threesome, a conversation podcast hosted by three dudes who have no business having a podcast. My name is John, and my back is feeling much better. Thank you so much for asking.
This is D Money, and my back is okay as well.
Yeah, Jay's here too.
So how you guys doing? You guys doing okay?
Well, I'm above ground, so I guess technically that's good.
You guys want to do some dumb jokes and not be okay anymore? Why do so few men end up in heaven?
I don't know why.
They never stop to ask for directions.
But boom.
What's the difference between men and government bonds?
I don't know. Fuck them both.
Bonds mature.
That do be true.
What does Miley Cyrus eat on Thanksgiving?
I don't know what.
Turkey.
Oh, for the love of Christ.
I fucking hate this. That book's going away.
I'm shaking my head in disappointment.
Oh fuck, that one got me. It's late. First question. What smells better than it tastes?
Gas.
That was going to be my go-to right there, gasoline, and I'll double down on sunblock.
My answer was your nose.
Oh, for the love of Christ. I mean, you're not wrong, but
I think my actual answer on that one is my mother's chicken broccoli cheesy curry casserole that she used to make that I believe was a Pampered Chef recipe, if I'm not mistaken. Shout out to Pampered Chef for sponsoring my family's trip to Chicago when I was a young lad.
I'm gonna tell your mom you don't like her cooking.
No, she is very well aware that I do not like that particular dish. I will get texts from my father and or brothers and or mother saying, hey, come over for dinner. We're making a chicken curry casserole. And I say, fuck no. But the crazy part is I used to really enjoy it. So if you haven't gathered, it has chicken, broccoli, some sort of curry, spice, and cheese. But I'm pretty sure the reason I got turned off of it is because I had the flu right after eating it one time, and or food poisoning, not 100% sure. And now I can't even fucking smell it or I will get violently ill.
Yeah, that was me with egg rolls or spring rolls, one of them. Because when I was a kid one time, we had Chinese food, and then the next day I was just violently ill. I was throwing up like every 2 seconds. And then for like the longest time, if I saw an egg roll, I thought I was going to hurl.
Can you consume egg rolls now? Because honestly, those are one of the best things to get from a New England Chinese restaurant.
I don't know. Probably could. I don't eat a lot of Chinese food.
Actually, haven't had it in a while. I was on a solid once a month because they're a few doors down from where I work. There's a Chinese restaurant. I believe Jay is familiar with this brand of Chinese food as well, and it is very good Chinese food.
indeed I am. I don't eat it anywhere near as often as I would like to, and that's probably a healthier choice.
Dude, their lunch specials are, you can't fucking beat the price. Although I got a little pissy one day because I decided to get the sashimi lunch special and the fucking fish rolled out with goddamn ice crystals on it was still half frozen. I'm like, what the fuck is this shit?
You know what I really want is that pho that we had.
Yeah. There's one in the town that you live in. Did you know that?
Yes, I've been there actually.
It's okay. It passes the test. It's much
Yeah.
better than the one I had recently in a city adjacent to me, and I believe the leather on my shoes was more tender than the meat that was in it.
Yeah, I haven't had pho in so long, but the one that we had at that restaurant, that was really good.
Yeah, that one it's hard to beat that. And when, the bowl comes out and it's the size of a fucking kiddie swimming pool. Can't beat that.
Yeah, because when we went, my oldest, he was still in a car seat. He
Oh
probably could have
yeah.
fit in the, he probably could have fit in the bowl. It was a big ass bowl.
I forgot that he was with us.
Mm-hmm.
Jay, do you fuck with pho?
Uh, I would try, but I am a pho-C eater, so I would probably struggle.
Dude, that was good. I like that joke.
That
That was
was
good.
that was that was great. Well, maybe we have to write it off as a business expense and we'll all go down there.
Done.
I know this is a topic that Jay has wanted to talk about for a while. Airplane tickets and them being based on weight.
If I owned an airline, I would do that for everything.
So the biggest argument and or point of contention is you have a 200-pound man getting on an airplane, but his luggage can't be heavier than 50 pounds. And you have a 300-pound man getting on the same flight, and his luggage also cannot be more than 50 pounds. But 300-pound man is adding an extra 100 pounds of weight to the airplane than the 200-pound guy. So why can't we do things based on weight of person and luggage?
I would start more gently, to be honest. I would do you pay baggage fees based on weight. I don't care if you check it or not, because in my world, I would like everyone to check everything. And if you can't hold it in your hand, you're raw dog in the flight. Because the boarding and deboarding process takes 500% longer because everyone's got to gather their freaking belongings as if they're on the goddamn Oregon Trail for a 2-hour flight. So for me, it would be you're paying per pound of luggage regardless in an effort to make more people check their stuff because the only reason they carry it on is so they don't have to pay for it. Or if they get like a connection and they want to go fast. But yeah.
Well, here's where I have issue with that is I have medications that I need to take daily.
Right.
I also, we've talked about this before where I also carry a spare set of clothing in case the fucking airline loses my luggage. So I can't carry that in a, purse. I need to carry that in a backpack. So I usually have a carry-on, which is my backpack.
Yeah. We do carry on, but it's very rare we ever put it overhead. We've got one that's the right size for under the seat
Yeah.
for that same reason.
Yeah, my backpack just sits on my knees until they yell at me and say you need to put that underneath the seat in front of you for whatever fucking reason. I have yet to figure that part out, but
It prevents crashes, John. It creates a parallel universe where nothing bad can happen to the plane. Same reason you're not allowed to have a pencil on you. And you got to have your chair in the upright position or you'll crash land.
Well, did you see the conspiracy theory surrounding why they have you lean forward and put your head down in the event of a crash?
Is that so you don't get as much oxygen and you're compliant?
No, it's so when there's a front end impact, it snaps your neck and you don't survive.
I had not heard that, but it wouldn't shock me.
Yeah, I was obviously since I'm traveling next week for business, and I like running through the checklist of shit I can and cannot bring on a flight. And I usually like carry my work badge on my pants so I don't forget it anywhere, but it's, a metal wire holding it. I'm like, I should probably put that in my checked bag. I need to put this in my checked bag. I carry a knife on a regular basis, my everyday carry, and that certainly cannot go on the plane.
So, D, which is it for you for the baggage fees? Do you agree with me or are you wrong?
I don't know. I do understand, like, it doesn't make any sense how, like John said, how you could have a 300-pound guy, but his shit has to weigh less or the same as like a 120-pound woman. Like, I do that. It doesn't make any sense to me. But as a fat guy, no, I would cry victim and say no. I don't want to pay more just because I ate too much as a kid.
As a kid, as if you've stopped eating too much.
That is true. Valid.
Well, and here's the only thing that I could think of that would limit the whole baggage thing is those people loading luggage onto airplanes are union workers, typically. I'm sure that there's some like weight restriction that prevents them from lifting certain items
Yeah.
over a certain weight. So I can only imagine the shitstorm that would be if 75-pound bags started coming through for 125-pound Jane. And I don't know. That was the only thing I could think of, is that
It's accurate. You're absolutely right. There are lifting weight restrictions, and that's part of it. I would just like everyone to bring less crap with them so their bags are lighter.
I don't disagree with that. But at the same time, when you're traveling for business, you got to plan for all this shit and then have an extra set of clothes. And however long you're there, it's like, what the fuck?
I'd also like people to pee before they get on the plane so they don't have to put their bum in my face for the entire flight because they're standing in line for the potty.
So I've probably flown a dozen or so times in my life, and that does not include like round trip. Just mean, a dozen different times I've flown. I don't think I have set foot in an airplane bathroom ever.
I
What?
purposely dehydrate for a day or so before so I don't have to.
I do the same for car trips. We talked about that episode 1. I will not consume an ounce of anything 6 hours before I hit the road. So it sounds like, do you have been in an airplane bathroom?
How would you have gotten out?
I just had to think, Skinny. No, but yeah, I've gone to the bathroom. Airport or airplane?
Airplane.
Airplane. Yes, I'm pretty sure I've used one before. I don't think I've ever taken a dump because that I would be too self-conscious about.
Oh, that's where the line is?
Yeah, I mean, if I have to take a piss, I'm gonna take a piss. Now, also, if I'm if I'm not in the aisle seat, I'm gonna hold it until I probably give myself a UTI because I don't want to interrupt people. But if I have clear-cut access to the bathroom, yeah, I'm gonna take a piss.
Yeah, if you're not into, stepping over or under or through people, understandable. I usually shoot for the aisle seat because it's got a little more leg room. So I get that aspect of it, but at the same time, if I have to if I get up there and that thing's occupado, now I have to stand there and wait in this tiny little metal tube in the sky for them to get out. And it's weird and I hate it. And I'm not doing the walk of shame back to my fucking seat and then scope it out and see when they come back or see when they come out.
And see, that's the problem because now, because they don't want anyone congregating, they yell at you. So depending on the size of the plane and how many people aren't paying attention, like I've had times it's like I should probably pee. And then it's like an hour and a half later and we're descending, never mind. Because that's how
Yeah.
long it took everyone else to do their thing. It's wild.
And I mean, I'm fortunate enough that usually my flights are. I don't think I've ever taken a direct flight in my life, by the way. So my flights are usually max 2.5 hours. I can hold it. That is, I honestly cannot think of a time when I've ever had a direct flight anywhere.
Really?
Well, yeah, I've never done that.
I don't think I have.
So you even for the trip you're taking, which is not a long trip, you still can't get direct?
Layover in Philly, there
Oh,
and back.
for the love of God.
I have become so fucking familiar with the Philadelphia airport at this point because every time I travel out west anywhere, I seem to get my layover in Philadelphia for some fucking reason.
Yeah, that's O'Hare for us.
Um, so yeah, I know all the good restaurants. I know all the good areas to hang out in Philadelphia. It's not a bad airport. It's kind of small, which I like. It's not like Washington D.C. where there's buses and subways and all kinds of other modes of transportation just to get around the fucking airport.
I had to stop in Philly when I travel for work. It wasn't too bad.
Is that what did you go to Pittsburgh?
No, Jersey? No. So why was I in Philly?
Because you went to the Kakalakis, maybe?
Oh, that's right.
Why was I in Philly?
Was it when you went to the Carolinas?
Possibly. It might have been. No.
Yeah.
Tell everyone you were an American while you were there too when they asked you questions.
Listen, we were in America, so everyone knew I was American.
I'm still pissed that that episode has as few downloads as it does. That was a fantastic episode.
Thought so.
Very few times do I actually cry from laughing on this podcast.
Well, I'm glad that my pain brought you joy.
Usually does, man. Usually does.
My buddies and I were talking about going to Canada maybe next year. So who knows? Part 2 coming?
Please tell me your wife put the kibosh on that and said, no, you cannot be trusted.
Haven't told her yet.
Oh, no, let's just make this a level 2 episode and you just leave your wallet and passport at home.
I was actually just gonna, as soon as I hit the border, just throw it out the window.
Yeah, I mean, nothing bad can happen from that.
No. Yeah, no, if that ever happens again, I'll probably be having my friend hold my wallet. Basically everything. He's more of an adult than I am.
Well, most of the hotel rooms come with safes these days. Why don't you just lock it up in there?
Because I would have forgot it in there.
But then you would have known where it was, though.
If I forgot that it was in there, no. Yeah, I don't know. I definitely think a fanny pack of some sort would be
Jesus Christ.
in need.
A crossbody?
Yeah. If it prevents from me losing my shit again.
It's a satchel. Indiana Jones has one.
Exactly.
We didn't stray too far off of the airplane's tickets based on weight at all. But I think the world knows how we feel about it.
That's usually how our conversations go, though.
Yeah, usually. Do you guys remember vinyl toilet seats? I think they probably still exist.
I do, yeah.
Vinyl?
Maybe they don't.
Like, I've heard of
Pretty sure I just installed one yesterday.
The soft and squishy toilet seats, D?
yes. My aunt and uncle had one of those.
I legit just installed one yesterday.
I don't know why that's even a thing. because they fucking crack and then it's like sitting on fucking sandpaper. And it's the same with like the fuzzy toilet seat covers. Those are just fields for the germs to live in.
Yeah. The vinyl, I haven't sat on one in a minute, but I can tell you right now, with how sweaty my ass gets, every time I would get up, the seat's coming with me. It's getting stuck to my ass.
Turns into a slip and slide.
Yeah.
I believe they were, at least in my experience, predominantly found in mobile homes, is the gentle way to put that.
Trailer park?
Yeah. My grandmother had one on her toilet, and she also had those fucking gel candles from the 90s when the intrusive thoughts would win, and I'd poke my finger into it to feel the shell that's at the bottom, and then my fingerprint would be through the fucking gel. And
Yep.
oh, and they had those fucking scent beads. Or she had those scent beads that look like fucking paintballs.
Oh, fuck. I remember those things. Yep. Wanted to chew on those. You ever just look at something and just want to chew it?
D-money, everybody.
I mean, I'd be lying if I said I didn't have those feelings every once in a while. God, now I'm like in flashback mode of like going through her bathroom, which is a weird sentence to say. Yeah, but anyways, vinyl toilet seats are shitty. And I don't mean that in the pun way.
Yeah, no, those are horrible.
What old person habits do you have?
Hating everyone.
So I just watched Dennis the Menace yesterday, and I relate to Mr. Wilson way fucking more than I thought I ever would.
For me, it's loud music. Not a fan. Turn that crap down.
Well, I still enjoy going to live concerts. So what I ended up doing was they have these basically earplugs that filter out the super loud noises, but you can still hear what's going on around you, which is great. So I bought a set of those. I actually have 2 sets of them, and it made my concert going experiences way more enjoyable.
Eating dinner early, that's another one for me.
Going to bed early, that's one for me.
Yep, I got that one too.
Waking up at the ass crack of dawn, that's one for me.
Making noises when I stand up.
I've usually finished dinner by 5:30.
Golly. That is fucking early.
The blue plate special, baby, or the blue hair special. Although I don't drive like an old person yet, which is nice.
Yeah, I would say loud noises. Not a fucking fan of that. Everything's got to be so loud nowadays. Hate it.
Coming from the guy with 2 kids.
Yeah, exactly. They're fucking loud all the time, dude.
Yeah, I mean, I listen to music every day because I feel like I need to get some use out of my crippling vinyl collecting addiction. And it's usually not super loud, but if I'm out in the kitchen, my speakers are in the living room, I got to turn it up a little bit, and I usually get the side eye from the wife.
You know, I think I have one vinyl. I think it's a Kiss one. My brother got it for me for Christmas. I don't have a record player though.
I have somewhere in the vicinity of 500 albums.
Golly.
Kind of a lot.
And I have another like 16 inbound right now. I have a problem.
Are you selling your body for it?
Not yet. We're almost there.
Not a problem yet then.
My savings aren't exactly what they used to be.
Until you're doing questionable things for albums, I don't think it's a problem.
I mean, I'm working for them. I work for a guy on the app I shop on, and he's actually advertised here. So, I mean, kinda.
You're just doing side hustles. That's all.
All right. Apparently, we're going to make this a short episode because we're coming into the last question I have prepared. What is the weirdest thing in your fridge?
Washcloths.
Washcloths. That's an interesting one.
When you travel to a hotsy-totsy resort somewhere, or you go to a nice restaurant, you'll notice somebody comes out with a tray of washcloths that are rolled up and they use tongs and they hand them to you. And they're nice and chilled, usually. And sometimes they have a nice scent to them. So, since the wife is a runner and it's kind of summer, we got back from a trip where they did that a few months back. And I said, you know what? I'm going to surprise her and just do that. So I bought an 18 pack of washcloths and I got some lemongrass essential oil and made all of them. And I put them in a couple of Ziploc bags, threw them in the refrigerator. And the first time she came back from a run, I had one of those on a plate and tongs. I just handed it to her.
That's great. I mean, it makes sense, especially, I mean, even after working out in the yard or something, I'll come in and grab a paper towel and soak it in water and just, give myself a quick once over.
Yeah, so every now and then, even when she's just like chilling on the deck and it's hot out, I'll go out there. Here's your water, ma'am. Here's your towel. Thank you for staying at our resort.
You wearing your banana hammock?
Oh, yeah.
I think mine is baking soda. And that's strictly to absorb some of the occasional stinkiness that happens in there.
Yeah.
Can't think of anything else, but it does remind me of Bert Kreischer. He has a bit about putting deodorant in the refrigerator. I've yet to try it, but I'm really curious to see if it is that much better.
I feel like it would be too cold.
I don't know. I struggle to remember to put it on when I get out of the shower. Never mind getting out of the shower, leaving the bathroom, going to the refrigerator, and putting it on.
Yeah, I don't think I have anything weird in there, honestly.
Well, what's the weirdest of your normal things?
Probably an edible chocolate bar.
I believe most chocolate bars are edible.
I mean, like THC chocolate bar.
Oh, you use the jazz lettuce?
Devil's lechuga. Hell yeah, brother.
Don't do drugs, kids.
No, let me do them all.
I remember the D.A.R.E program.
Sure do. I'm a graduate, aren't you?
Oh, I am. Do you remember what it stands for?
Yeah, if you're making fun of the police, it was donut abuse rotundity elimination. But what they wanted to say was drug abuse resistance education.
Damn, that's impressive.
That is very impressive.
When you haven't fogged your brain with Lucifer's arugula, you remember stuff.
I can promise you, I probably forgot that as soon as we were done with that special.
Did you not get a pencil to remember it by, or a bumper sticker?
Well, all the bumper stickers and shirts and stickers and whatever the fuck else they had just said dare. It never actually said what it meant. So my stupid fourth grade ass was like, drugs are really idiotic. Yeah, spelling idiotic with an E. That acronym is shitty. Am I wrong?
Hey kids, I dare you to don't do all these cool drugs.
Yeah, it's like they were trying to be edgy and it did not work.
It almost feels like they came up with the term dare before they actually knew what it was going to stand for.
Yeah.
Or they had to figure this out 5 minutes before the pitch meeting. I feel like they did this before my time in going through school, but I've heard stories and or rumors that they used to bring actual drugs to these classes to show people what they looked like.
Oh, so not free samples.
No.
Fucking losers.
How fucking wild would it be to be sitting in your fourth grade English class and here comes Officer Chucklefuck to hand around a sample of cannabis, cocaine, possibly some methamphetamine.
Would have been so fucking cool.
I figure if my dare officer was named Chucklefuck, I probably would have listened.
I couldn't think of a good officer name.
That was
Officer
great.
Brown.
Perfect. Officer Chucklefuck. Love it.
I don't know why that came into my head, but I was going somewhere with that.
I think it's just a classic go-to.
Oh, where I was going with that is, do you feel that marijuana is a gateway drug?
Well, I have yet to do meth and or anything harder than marijuana, so I'm gonna have to say no.
See, I would say yes for the same reason, D, because if you ever do another drug ever, you've already used the Mary Jane.
So I should have started bigger.
What I'm saying is by default, anything else because you did this one first would have to be a gateway drug. Had you gone big in the first place, you could have been like, no, it's not.
Cocaine is, yeah, cocaine's the gateway drug, or meth is, yeah.
So what you're saying is I've been a pussy this whole time smoking weed when I should be going getting an 8-ball or a little Fenty.
I mean, yeah, whatever helps you out, man.
Well, I'll be working on my Fenty lean soon.
My theory behind that whole movement and the, weed's the gateway drug is, the fact that it was still illegal. And so you still had to go to a drug dealer to get it. And typically your drug dealers aren't just selling weed, or at least, back in my day, they also had other options to choose from. And I've, if you're hanging out, because most people sit around and smoke with their dealer for whatever fucking reason. Some other stuff comes out, your inhibitions are lowered because you're high, and then suddenly, you're taking a little bit of angel dust.
You got Officer Chucklefuck over there thinking he failed. Way to go.
Oh, Officer Chucklefuck failed a long time ago with me.
Yeah, I can't say I ever smoked up with my dealer, but
Really?
yeah. No, my dealer was my sketchy neighbor.
Kidding. It wasn't an upstanding citizen.
That was just because I didn't want to go down to mass. But one night we saw the cops going into his house looking for something or someone, and I said, perhaps I should stop buying from him.
But yeah, I mean, I used to visit my dealer when I was in high school, like once a week, and I would chill out and, sorry, mom and dad, if you listen to this episode, hang out, smoke up, and then go home. And my stupid ass, obviously I knew I reeked of weed and cigarettes. So my solution to this was not get changed at their house, but to go home, walk past my family sitting in the living room, go upstairs to my bedroom, take off the clothes I was wearing and stuff them under my bed, and change into new clothes. Gotta say, I didn't fool anybody with that one.
Yeah, because instead of you smelling like dankness, your whole bed is going to smell like dank.
Well, I just walked past them reeking of dankness.
You know what's funny is in high school, I wasn't a big smoker of marijuana. I mean, I did it a couple times, but I don't know. I was just a goody two shoes. And I just didn't want, I thought it might be too bad. Yeah, and then I got older and then realized shit's pretty cool.
See, and I'm just the opposite. High school was my peak of doing anything. If I even try anything now, I go immediately into manual breathing mode. It does not matter if I have 1 puff, 10 puffs, if it's a low grade. The stuff is so different from even when I was in high school, that the stuff I was smoking then, the premium diesel stuff I was smoking then, is fucking shake compared to the shit now. And I just do not love being in manual breathing mode. So I just don't do it anymore.
Yeah, there's been times when maybe I've taken a couple too many hits off the old Benjamin, and then I realize, oh no, I'm going to die one day. Everything will not matter, and then I do start spiraling. But then I just realize, okay, maybe too much. I think, yeah, it could be good for some and real bad for others.
When I was in high school, I was at a party and I've only had the spins once from smoking too much. And this night I decided it was a great idea to smoke a bone to myself. I didn't share it at all. And I took 10 hits off of a gravity bong.
Golly.
My world was spinning hard that night. And some dude came to pick up his sister who got a little bit too drunk. And I was sitting outside puking my guts out, just puking up dry Doritos, by the way, which is not comfortable. And he is out there just yelling at me about this fucking party. And I'm just like, I don't remember a word he said. I just remember him standing there just, it's like in the Peanuts cartoon, like wah 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 wah. That was a bad night.
Yeah, I can't say I've ever gotten to that level, but maybe one day. Maybe one day.
You aspire to be that.
Yeah, I have. It's called crossfaded because I was drinking and smoking, and yeah, that was no bueno. But I just stepped outside, yacked all over a bush, went back in, and I was GTG.
Well, I used to go on camping trips with a bunch of guys. The wives lovingly referred to it as Brokeback Weekend. I still have yet to figure out why. So we get to the campsite and a little bit of Mary Jane comes out. And so take a couple hits off that. And then I proceeded to immediately shotgun 2 beers. And I then had to make a trip to the woods to take a little bit of a nap using a tree as a pillow while I violently vomited everywhere.
I really don't understand why you don't want to smoke or don't like it. I really don't understand it.
I will tell you that there was a chipmunk or a squirrel that enjoyed my projectiled poutine for most of the weekend.
My dog tried to eat a weed cookie at a family reunion. Our friend we were all outside and we were just chilling, and my friend, she had the cookie in her hand, and at this time my dog, he was probably, it was before our oldest, so he must have been like between 5 and 7, so like prime dickhead move, like age. And we were just talking, and then he just walked up, saw the cookie in her hand, and went to go and grabbed it. And thankfully, I was standing right there, and I caught it in the corner of my eye, and I just fucking grabbed him, opened his mouth, and took it out. Then again, he would have been just fine. It was like only half a cookie.
Yeah, but how many milligrams were in it?
Oh, I don't know. They were homemade.
Exactly.
He would have just been sleeping.
Jay, you got any fun drug stories for us?
Yeah, there was that time that I was an upstanding citizen and I didn't do drugs because I call it dope for a reason. And I did that for my whole life, the end.
Because the D.A.R.E program worked.
It did. It had to work on somebody, and that somebody was me, sir. Thank you.
Jay, if we ever go get pho, I'm gonna get you to do some marijuana.
Good luck, sir. Good luck.
Jay's like the one person that I feel like peer pressure would never work on.
In my younger days, it probably would have. Now it's like you can't get any more uncool than I am. What are you gonna say?
Oh, fuck. All right, enough incriminating evidence. Hope you enjoyed the stories that we told that may or may not get us canceled or let go from our jobs. We'll find out. Facebook page, if you want to give that a like. I know it's weird if you are friends with your family on there and they see you liked a page called an unconventional threesome, but hey, it's a topic. It's a conversation starter.
Just tell them it's nothing weird. It's just a bunch of dudes, just three burly dudes. Nothing weird.
Been kind of slow on the user questions lately. So once again, you can fire those off to us through Messenger on Facebook. You can comment on any of the posts on Facebook, or you can email them at an unconventional threesome at gmail.com. I know it's a lot. Sorry. Or in most of the streaming platforms, you can hit that button that says send us a text. You guys ready for the Craigslist catastrophe this week?
Can't
Hit me,
wait.
daddy.
Huh. I really need to get new ones. This one's from Rangley, which is out of the Wanna-Lancet region. Kind woman in Rangley. Rangeley? I don't fucking know. I saw you today and we exchanged looks. I noticed a ring and I think you noticed mine also. I hope that does not make you hesitate too much. Let's chat. This is John.
D-Money.
Jay also.
Bye.
Fuck the government.
Stay off drugs.
This podcast will make you proud. Podcast party time, grab a seat. Every listen feels so sweet. Tune in, tune out.